The following video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hi everyone, and welcome to another speedy build, or I should actually say room build, because I am making a dorm room for a soccer player and an esports gamer. Because with Discover University, you can sign your Sims up to play for the school soccer team or football team as it is in the rest of the world, and it does actually make sense to call soccer football rather than American football. I don't know why that choice was made, but anyway, you can do that, or you can join the esports team, and I believe there are scholarships tied to those, like you have to actually stay on the team in order to keep the scholarship. So I thought it'd be fun to make a room for one sim who's maybe here on a soccer scholarship, and then another sim who is here on an esports gamer scholarship. So I just went all out with the theming in each of these different parts of the room, and then I do have these dividers here to kind of separate it a little bit so there's some privacy. But with the soccer player side, I just went all out with the school spirit. We've got the Brightchester colors all over the place because I am making this room within Wyvern Hall, which is one of the dorms at Brightchester. I just thought it'd work a little bit better to make the room within one of the rooms that are already in the dorm. So that way, if you do want to use it, it fits in here fine. You can just plop it down. You don't have to worry about, it being the wrong size and the windows being in the wrong location. But here I was trying to add some clutter to this dresser, and it was a little bit trickier than usual because normally I would whip out the handy dandy red shelf, that OMSP shelf, and just get it to that right height, put stuff on it, and move it over. But that shelf unfortunately broke with the most recent patch, so I couldn't use it. And I couldn't raise stuff up from the ground to fit into it because whenever I tried that, the items either were floating or they were sunken down in it. It just wasn't working, so I was only limited to putting what would actually snap in that slot there. And I was so disappointed when I realized that that shelf broke because I use it so much, and it took me crashing my games a few times to realize that it was broken. Because when I was working on the last build that I uploaded, which was the Foxbury replacement dorm, I got almost all the way through furnishing one of the dorm rooms, and then I whipped out the shelf to try to get something onto the dresser, and then my game crashed. I was like, oh, that sucks. I guess something's just weird with it. And then I started furnishing the dorm room again, and then I went to go take out that shelf again, and then it crashed my game. I was like, oh, great, it's that shelf that's messing the game up. So that was rather disappointing because I just use that shelf so much, but it's not a huge deal. I just kind of cluttered the ways that I did before that, but here I just have a whole bunch of posters all over the walls. And I found that one poster that was kind of like this graffitied Foxbury poster. It's kind of like this anti-Foxbury poster. So I thought that'd be really fun to have there because, they're all about beating Foxbury. There's this whole school rivalry between Brightchester University and Foxbury Institute. And we just have a whole bunch of clutter around here. I really went all out with the clutter in this room because, as I mentioned, the dorm build that I made earlier, I was trying to keep, when making whole dorm buildings, I try to keep the rooms a little bit more generic, but for builds like this where I'm making one room, I like to just go all out, I like to detail it, and I did find that that rug for Moschino stuff worked so well in this room. It looked almost like a jersey pattern, so I thought that was perfect for kind of that sports theme I was going for. But we're done with that part of the room, so now I'm moving over to the esports gamers part of the room. And I just made this part of the room a little bit darker, and I was trying to add some things to it that felt a little more geeky. We have the Void Critter posters there, because I was thinking it was kind of like Pokemon, where a lot of people, myself included, still kind of play Pokemon games and keep up on it. It's just kind of this nostalgic thing. It's something that's still fun. So I imagine that Void Critters are kind of the same thing for Sims, where it's something that they had been playing with since they were a kid, and they still play whatever new Void Critter games come out. They still maybe collect cards. They're still interested in that. So that was something I was trying to show within this dorm. And I also put that drone there. I just thought that was kind of cool. It fit in with the vibe of the room. And then we also have that lava lamp, which I thought looked really nice. And here I'm just raising up this magazine to put under the end table because that was something that felt like a realistic detail. It felt like you would have something stuck in that shelf there. But now I'm just working on the desk area, so for this room, rather than using the IKEA type desk chair, I use this one, which looks like it's like a energy drink sponsor chair because there is this energy drink poster that came with this pack, and then there are also energy drinks that your Sims can buy. And instead of using a laptop, I just used a beefy desktop because they're in the esports, they're doing the esports, they're into gaming, so I figured in addition to a laptop, they probably have the souped up gaming computer. But that is almost it for the creation of the room, and I will have a link to download it in the description. The game may not be out for you yet, but you could still put this in your library and then put it into your game when you actually get it. But that's going to be it. So I hope you'll enjoy the video. I will have some screenshots showing off the room, but that's gonna be all. So I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, and bye!